Hello everybody and welcome to the MerwinMusic YouTube channel. So I just have one last real quick thing that I want to do to this studio equipment rack that I built, and that's to label the patch bay. Alright, so I got here on my equipment rack down at the bottom this patch bay, and I have a whole bunch of equipment going to that, as well as running some ins and outputs from the back of my interface over to this patch bay. And I'm going to open the question up to you guys. What do you think the best way to label something like this is? I've given myself a blank panel here, so I have space to write a label, but I don't really know what the best option is to label this patch bay. So I think the first option for labeling you could use is one of those printable label maker machines, but I don't think I want to use that in this application because I know it's going to be subject to change, and removing that is going to be just as difficult as removing a sticker. So I think another common option is going to be to use gaffer tape. But I think gaffer tape is a nice temporary solution. You can see here I left gaffer tape on my amp for a little bit too long to mark out the position of all my knobs, and it just turned into a real goopy, crusty mess. And this is kind of the best I could ever clean it up afterwards. So I don't think I want to go with something like that. Alright, so I was digging around here in my closet because I know I have this package of printable sticker paper, but then I was thinking that might give the same problem as a sticker, and then I realized I have these regular old post-it notes which have some white options in them, and that might be a handy little trick. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do in order to solve this problem is just take a regular post-it note here, and I can cut it about the right height. And that's going to leave basically just the sticky part of it. Okay, so I threw together some real quick labels based on the diagram I made in the last video. And I just did this with some cut up post-it notes, and I think it's definitely going to work great for now. Alright, so obviously I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. I just want the patch bay to be labeled so I can get back to making music. But I would love to hear if you guys have found anything that works great for you. If you have solutions for labeling things like this that aren't going to be a just horrible, gummy, gunky mess eventually, I would love to hear what those are. I also want to say a big thank you to David Picciuto over at the Make Something YouTube channel. He recently gave this channel a shout out in his Making It podcast, and I really appreciate that. So if you haven't seen or heard of him, you should go check him out. But I'm going to assume that he's a fan now and he's watching all these videos. So David, thank you for that. Otherwise, I just want to say sorry for all these real short, quick little videos lately. I've been crazy busy with my other job, but I got a ton of ideas, ton of projects coming up, so make sure to subscribe to this channel to not miss out on those coming out in the future. But otherwise, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.